Julius Malema is a complicated individual. One minute you admire his love for Africa, and the next you are face-palming yourself because of something he said. Regardless of what you think of him, Julius Malema loves South Africa. The former ANC man has been trying to be nominated as South African president for a while now, but he has been unsuccessful in all attempts. But what if Julius Malema was able to rally voters and earn himself the ticket to be the president of South Africa? What would happen? Would this improve South Africa or scare people away from the country? That is what we'll discuss today on Africa Assemble. By the way, be a friend and subscribe, click the notification button to never miss our videos, and like our video to help us make more content you love about our amazing continent. Let's dive in. Mr. Malema was born in 1981 in Sheshego and was a member of the ANC from the age of 9. He eventually became the president of the ANC Youth League in 2008 and then acquired a degree in Bachelor of Arts from UNISA in 2016. However, he was expelled from the ANC in 2012 after being found guilty for sowing division in the ANC, among other things like racial instigation and lashing out at the journalist. This would lead Malema to form his own party, the Economic Freedom Fighters, which went on to win 25 seats in the National Assembly. Mr. Malema has been part of the parliament since. During his time in the spotlight, Julius Malema has drawn criticism to himself in the way he deals with race, land reform, attitude towards other politicians, and a few allegations of corruption. So what if Julius Malema was president of South Africa? Well, this would be very interesting. First of all, there would be a great divide in the perception of his rule. White South Africans would be nervous as Julius Malema has said so many things to suggest he is racist. From his speeches and actions over the years, Julius Malema can be described as having a brash and unapologetic personality. He is not politically correct and is usually direct with his words. He may not like conflict, but he seems to appreciate conflict as part of a resolution, as he expressed when interviewed about his scuffle at the Pan-African Parliament. Though white South Africans may be worried about Julius Malema, black South Africans will also not be safe from the watchful eye of Malema, as he has criticized billionaire Patrice Motsepe and other majority black parties like the ANC. Speaking of the ANC, Malema would be locked in an internal feud with his former party, as the EFF puts a capitalist label on the ANC. The EFF is not a majority in the parliament, which would pit Julius' ideas with the other parties. This would make for great TV or embarrassment.
I withdraw because I don't want you to chase me out. I want to vote a criminal out.
Take your seat, honorable member.
As far as actions Malema would likely take while in office, he would aim to tackle corruption, increase the minimum wage, grant education for all, halt the tolling system, and nationalize land. Though these are mentioned, many South Africans view Malema as a student of Marxism, similar to communism. Though this looks bad, one has to understand that communism is great in theory, but poor in practice. You can look to China and Cuba to see how their attempt at true communism turned out. Communism aims to remove the sharp divide between the rich and the poor by making the working class own everything. But the problem is the government in power usually corrupts the system. When people talk about Malema advocating for expropriation of land without compensation, they forget that he mentions that there should be equal distribution afterwards. His inexperience would also be used against him. Though Mr. Malema has been around politics since the age of 9, he has not been a governor over a city or a state. Now imagine the new task he would have to take on as a president. His past would be brought up against him at every turn. Julius Malema has been convicted of hate speeches. He once sang a song saying "shoot the Boer," which did not go well with many South Africans. In another speech, Malema said the EFF are not calling for the slaughter of white people, at least for now. After Robert Mugabe's death, Julius Malema paid tribute by quoting the dead president, posting on Twitter, "The only white man you can trust is a dead white man." Malema was also charged for money laundering in the past. Julius Malema is a Pan-Africanist and fully supports the advancement of Africa. Hence, he would rub shoulders with African leaders and would frown at the rest of the world he believes is not for the development of Africa. Julius recently blamed France for interfering in Africa's business and even got into a war of words with former President Donald Trump, stating that there is black genocide in America when the latter mentioned that there is white genocide in South Africa. In conclusion, Julius Malema being a South African president will resemble a rule of a Pan-Africanist, also posing similarities to the Donald Trump presidency over America, like attacking journalists, instigating race separation, and verbally assaulting other politicians. But one has to wonder, is Julius Malema a racist, or is he reacting to the racial society he grew up in?
We are going to leave this house because we are not prepared to listen to this criminal. But we'll wait outside. When the criminal finishes speaking, We are coming back to continue with the business of this parliament. We are just going to the loo because we are avoiding the criminal. We'll come back when the criminal is gone. Thank you.
Now we turn the question to you. Would you vote for Malema? Share this with a friend and drop a comment if you disagree or would like to request a video. Till then, brothers and sisters, Ebale le tsatsi le monate. Hopefully I got that right.